Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. Alright, so I've been putting together my dream home content creation studio, and spoiler, it turned out awesome. I'm actually filming this intro in it right now, and I recorded the whole build process to bring you guys along with me through it. Last we left off, it was already getting pretty nutty. The desk has been built, the rack gear has been installed, we've got new studio monitors, all the Prima Acoustic sound treatment has gone up, including ceiling panels. It looks so freaking cool, and it's also deadened the sound in this formerly absurdly echoey room. It still has to be hooked up, but the new and improved Tone Mountain has been built. It's gonna be insane when it's done. Some people have Kempers, we have Tone Mountain, Georgia. And it'll have the crazy taxi looks to match with the new gig level lighting I got from Sweetwater. It's a play on Stone Mountain, Georgia, by the way. It was pointed out last episode that might not be a reference people will get if not from the state. Anyways, this is part 4 of the build process. I'll leave a link to the playlist with the previous episodes in the cards in the description if you haven't seen them yet. For now though, that's where we're at. A lot of progress at this point. Still had a ton of guitars on the floor. Being a guitar and guitar gear YouTuber, there are a lot of guitars in the place for demos or just because I like them. About 40 right now, and they have to go somewhere where it's not cluttered, it looks cool, and I can also use them when I need them for videos. Not an easy task. Here's what I did. Okay, so this is ridiculously awesome, or just ridiculous. I'll let the jury decide. Now I have put up this though, which is really cool. This is the 10 guitar wall rack from my friends at String Swing. And it's great, right? You got Tone Mountain, Georgia here, and then over here you've got 10 guitars that, I mean, not only does it look fucking awesome, they're also off the floor, which is key. Looks dope, and they're all easily accessible, unlike this nightmare pile. I mean, look at this, man. There's a guitar down here, there's a few guitars over here, there's a ton of guitars over there, there's a couple just hanging out, there's this totally non-controversial thing on a stand here. Koshi is unamused with the situation, I know, man. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. Let's do the same thing with these. So this package arrived today. It's again from my friends at String Swing, and inside should be everything I need to flex an obscene number of guitars in a way that not only looks cool, which, let's be real, is half of running a YouTube channel, but also keeps things tidy and accessible. So let's open it up. Holy shit. Alright, so if you ever wanted to know what 49 pounds of String Swing products looks like, this is it. Alright, so let's take a quick inventory of what we got to organize the shit out of this place. So we have 15 of their single String Swing guitar hangers. These look amazing with the black walnut piece. I love the look of dark walnut wood. It's gonna look real fucking classy. We've also got the same 10 guitar wall rack kit, but while this one was black metal to kind of match the amp shelves, this one is also in dark walnut to match the wall hangers, and it looks so good. 2 of these floor racks, again, dark walnut. These look amazing. Pretty heavy too. I mean, this is good quality shit. These hold 6 guitars each, and there's another one in the box over there. And then these metal pieces go to their BZ stand. I'm not really sure what BZ stands for, but it's a really nice looking metal stand, and I figured that would be a great display for doing B-roll shots and stuff like that when doing guitar demos. Plus, you know me, I just like to try everything. Okay, so let's figure out where everything's gonna go. First of all, this wall rack, that's gonna go on this wall opposite the amps over here. So we'll have a nice Tang guitar wall display. The BZ stand, I guess it'll go somewhere over here. These two floor racks, I guess will go to each side of this desk, which also needs to be cleaned up, but like in front of the blackout curtains where these 3 guitars are hanging out and where all this packaging needs to go into the recycling bin. And then these wall hangers, so my thinking is these aren't really gonna fit in this room, so I'll kind of have them going up the stairs on this big landing wall and going up again into the main floor. I think that's going to allow me to have a ton of guitars up on display and easily accessible, and it's gonna look fucking awesome after I clean all this shit up. Okay, so let's start putting stuff together. I think I'm gonna start with the floor racks because 1, it'll be the easiest to put together, and 2, this wood is just beautiful. I'm really excited for how these are gonna come out. Yeah, so that really wasn't too difficult at all. I made one mistake gluing one piece to the wrong piece, but luckily I caught it in time, and that was my own fault for not reading the instructions and just going for it. But yeah, man, that looks awesome. The separation is also perfect, and this kind of rubbery material holds the guitar in place really well. Some would argue this guitar doesn't deserve to be on here, but easy enough. Let's build the other one. Nice. Now that I kind of knew what I was doing, this one took even less time. I think total to figure out what was going on and carefully put both of them together was about half an hour. And I love how the glue is included. You just need a screwdriver. You don't even need the drill. Very, very easy to put together, even if you're not a handy person. I'm not a handy person. And that dark walnut, it just looks great. Okay, I'm gonna put these in place, start putting guitars on them, and then we can move on to, I think the other 10 guitar wall rack is next. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do the BZ stand. Next up, the BZ stand. This is like a very aesthetic solo showcase stand for a guitar. Looks pretty easy to put together. Let's find out. Damn, look at that. Yeah, so this is really cool. Not just because, I mean, the stand looks cool, like the sleek, modern, industrial vibe, but man, also the functionality of the design is really clever. You know, the bass and the back arm, they're pretty heavy, so your guitar is not gonna fall over. But it also suspends your guitar by quite a bit, and it extends out a good couple inches. And it's got this rear outer curve, so even if you got one of those super deep ovations, or I mean, any sort of instrument, really, the shape of this makes sure the guitar is not going to get damaged by hitting the stand. And there's even this piece of extra padding just in case. I mean, it's essentially a wall hanger on the floor. This guitar is basically levitating there. It's crazy. It's actually Leviosa, not Leviosa. Nah, that's sick, man. Okay, let's move on to the multi-guitar wall rack. That way we can start cleaning this room up. done. So, installation with this one was pretty smooth for the most part-ish. Let me explain. So I've put guitars on to test, and you'll notice on this one, I've got them grouped a bit closer together. That's because this wall is quite a bit shorter, and I didn't do my measurements correct. For my fellow people that didn't grow up in the US, a foot is not 20 inches, just, you know, FYI. But anyway, so on this side, we've got a closet door that I wanted to be able to open, store stuff in, and on the other side, I've got the corner bass trap for sound treatment. So they had to be closer together. I've mounted this one to 4 studs in the wall. This one is only mounted to 3. The stud finder was reading a 4th, and then when I drilled, it just straight up wasn't there. It just fucked off to somewhere. But yeah, even with the tighter grouping, this still looks fucking cool, man. So far, let's recap. Space for 10 guitars here, 10 guitars on this wall, 6 guitars in this corner, and another 6 in this corner, bringing us up to 32. Oh yeah, and also the BZ stand. So far, 33, which is already a ridiculous amount. So let's put out 15 of these fuckers. All right, let's start to come up with a plan for this. So I've placed 4 guitars at the landing. That looks good. So I think I'll have 4 guitars along here, and then another row with 3 in between. So that's 7. This is slightly longer. So we've got 8 left. I'm thinking 5 down here, and then 3 going up on the shorter wall, and then Frida's little avocado guitar will go above the light switches. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to measure out. Let's fucking do it. All right, and that is 1 done. It's actually not that difficult. You don't even need a drill, just a screwdriver, which is a nice change after drilling through metal for the multi-wall rack. And this looks super nice too. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt because you have to be so precise. I mean, if you want it level, which I do. All in all, pretty simple installation. Looks really cool, but we're not stopping to celebrate at 1. Let's get to the others. Holy shit. Okay, so this turned out awesome. And everything seems to be secured in type. I guess we'll figure it out in the morning if anything has fallen off. Now, that just leaves the other 8, which is turning out to be a big pain in the ass. You can see I've done some quick maths to try to figure it out. And now I have a line that's parallel to the handrail, but I'm having massive difficulty figuring out where the spacing should be for the 5 on this wall, and I guess 3 on this other wall. So I think I'm going to change my tactics. I think I'm gonna put 1 on this side of the landing and match it up with another on this side of the landing. And then once that looks good, then put 4 down on this parallel line, which is 44 inches above this handrail, and another 2 44 inches above this handrail because this wall's shorter. Or I'll go 3 and 3. Regardless, I'm gonna put 1 here and 1 here, because if I follow the angle of the stairwell, then it's 8 feet above the floor, which just looks really bizarre with all this empty wall space. And then if you follow this handrail, it ends up being much lower, which makes absolutely no sense and looks like shit. So here's what it looks like at the bottom of the stairs. Really, really cool. We've got at least the start of a game plan, and let's see what we can do. And it is done. Look at this though. Just look at it. Got the 2 sign guitars, the Slash Les Paul Jim Roots Jazzmaster, the signature for the man who will not be named, Keith Merrow's signature down there. This is so cool, man. This is like an MTV Cribs moment. It is missing 1 key element though. Not enough guacamole. Luckily, this just happened to arrive in the mail today. Let's fucking go. Bang. And there it is. So I have that hanging next to my first real gigging guitar, and this is the guitar that I gave to Shiv, so that's hers. I thought that was kind of cute. Frida's, mine, Shiv's. That was the final piece of the puzzle. Let's do a recap montage. So capacity for 50 guitars, 2 stands for my old place, and a wild 48 guitar spaces courtesy of String Swing. They have really hooked me up here to fantastic effect. You know, anytime I need a guitar for a video, I can just grab it off the wall, off the rack, and just start playing. Plus, it looks incredible, especially the staircase display. It feels, I don't know, inspiring to even just walk down into the studio. So definitely check them out. They're family owned, everything made in the USA, and it's all really good stuff. In the meantime, that is all for this episode. Only one left. Make sure you're subscribed. You got notifications turned on, that way you don't miss the finale dropping soon. That's one where we'll be hooking everything up, and we'll finally get to play with the finished results of my dream home content creation studio. Of course, thanks to my amazing patrons for making this and all the other videos possible. If you want to support the channel, get bonus extras, consider joining them. A massive shout out to everyone watching. It is an absolute privilege to be able to just do ridiculous guitar stuff as a job. Social media, Discord, and affiliate links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.